We continue to talk to the trolls that we met last volume, as well as get a look inside the Iustitia. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get right on back into it.
Alright, Tagora. Tizius and Stills look like they're still having a moment after the terror of the trial, so you go over to chat with your good friend Gorgor. You give him a little wave and looks up from his filing his nails.
Bored already? You do know this is a 3-hour flight, right?
You do, you just want to chat a little.
Well, you know me. Every minute with me is another Kager in my pocket.
Oh man, can we not do this today? You just saved his ass from being shot by his kismeses on the day of his hate wedding.
I kid. You can talk to me however long you want, free of charge.
Wow.
I owe you at least that much for convincing Gallic to leave that awful job of his. What did you want to ask?
Well, let's get it started. Why are you coming back? He's planning on leaving his job as a legislator, right? Why is he bothering to come back to the Iustitia?
1, not a legislator. 2, I wish I wasn't. Stills is making me come back and collect the paperwork she promised she'd do.
Is he in a group project or something?
Oh, definitely not. We're not even in the same department. Stills just sometimes offers to do the more obnoxious busy work I'm burdened with. To tell the truth, I'm not sure why she does it. Maybe she finds it fun or something.
From what we've heard of her, she sort of pities you.
She says I look stressed when I have too much paperwork, so she takes it off my hands. Anyway, even if it's technically my work, she promised she'd do it. And now she's going back on that promise. So I have to go back and collect what I gave her.
You wonder why Stelz would offer to take on the extra burden instead in the first place. Either way, it's a matter of being stressed. Stelz probably is being pretty stressed after the trial, right? You tell Tagora he should give her a break for once, especially since it's not even her work.
I guess. It's an inconvenience, but it's not one I can't handle.
There you go. What about your job? Tagora said he wasn't a legislator. He thought all tailbloods trained to be legislators.
Of course not. No, we all trained to be in the Legiscorpus. Legislators are just one branch of the legal system. Well, more like one branch cleaved in two, but you get the point. I have nothing to do with that branch. Like I told you before, I'm a showmaster.
Showmaster? That doesn't sound very lawyery. More like a job you find in a theater.
Nothing is more theatrical than law. Trial development is all about putting on a good show. The kind of trial you just held with Gallic is kind of unheard of around here. In most cases, if you're put on trial, you'll be executed then and there.
Ouch. You're glad Gallic ship wasn't an actual courtroom.
I would have been dead for sure. Trials tend to be reserved for the really big crimes. Things like high-level treason, murdering high-bloods, crimes in that vein. And yes, attempted assassination of a member of the Alternian Intelligence Service would be a trial offense.
Oh, wow. So how would the actual legal system have done that trial?
Well, as a showmaster, I've thought a lot about how I would have designed my own trial/execution. The whole incident caused Gallic a ton of paranoia, right? Well, I would center the execution around paranoia. After the verdict, which takes 2 seconds and doesn't matter, I would put myself in a box made of one-way glass. The audience could see my reactions, but I can't see what's happening around me. Then, the sounds are funneled in. I wouldn't know what method of execution is planned, so every time I hear a sound, I'd be on edge. The growl of beasts, the sharpening of swords, the spark of flamethrowers. The audience would watch me squirm until they start getting bored, when finally they simply send someone in to slit my throat. Maybe a little more intentionally than the poor bastard in the airlock. You get the idea.
Holy shit, that's brutal. Planning these show executions is what he does for a living? Is he okay with this?
Well, it's no ambulance chasing, but at least it's exciting. I'd never be able to do what Tizius or Stelza do. Their jobs sound insufferable.
About this ship. You take a look around the ship you're all in. Plush seats, complimentary bevs, a low gaper. It's like you're flying first class here. You ask Tagora why Gallic just happened to have a first class transport ship lying around on his space yacht.
Are you hearing what you're saying? Of course he has top-quality transport ships to go with his top-quality space yacht.
Admittedly, it was a pretty stupid line of questioning.
What, do you think they pay him pennies over an AIS?
You see Tagora's figs fall.
Pennies that he won't be making soon enough.
Tagora takes a moment to think about something. He's looking visibly distressed. You prod him for a bit, hope you can calm him down. I think for Gallic, if he's planning on deserting or quitting or whatever, quitting probably at this point means deserting, since you can't just quit the AIS, I imagine. But I imagine he might he might try to jerry-rig some of his finer things that he has here, like this transport ship, so that it can be used off the grid, so he doesn't have to like trek everywhere or some shit like that. That could be interesting, an interesting little line of thought. I don't know what he's gonna do though.
I may have miscalculated when I agreed to go off the grid with Gallic. Even if Legiscorpus is worse than I anticipated, I have become accustomed to a certain standard of living. A standard of living that has been partially subsidized by my Cosmesis. I'm going to have to put twice as much into my side hustles. Maybe I can start selling my burner husk to Tizia's rebel contacts. I know she has them, she's not subtle about it.
Whoa, slow down with the whole girl boss shtick. Gallic's always been loaded, right? Even on Alternia, he had that huge jerk-off book hive. The money for that had to have come from somewhere.
Yes, but that can't last forever. I'll just find another way. I wonder if there's anyone I can swindle on the Iustitia before I leave for good.
Tagora is staring off into space and tapping his chin, head clearly in the money zone. You probably won't be able to snap out of this one. You tell Tagora you're going to explore the ship for a bit, see what fun surprises Gallic may have built into it.
I guarantee you there are no surprises, but have fun, I suppose.
Deuces. He nonchalantly takes his nail file out, goes back away to grinding his claws to find points to step away. Oh, I see the messages. 1 second. After a surprisingly long journey, you hear a beep and an automated message. The shuttle will be landing at the Iustitia station in 5 minutes. Please do not leave your seats. You peer out the window by your seat and watch as the spacecraft pulls up to an enormous shape. It's large enough to hold an entire civilization. If you hold your head at just the right angle, you can see the shadow of Alternia looming beyond the edge of the Iustitia. You made it. The rest of your friends are in reach. The shell pulls into a port, and you see your first glimpse of the interior of the Iustitia. The walls are the standard Alternian purple you're familiar with, embellished with teal cyberpunk-y decorations. Yep, this is definitely a teal ship. I love cyberpunk aesthetics. Oh my god, please give me the overview of it. I want to see it so badly.
Well, here we are.
Home at last. Oh, I can't wait to hop in the shower when we get to the apartment block.
God, I know.
Hey, Gallic gave you the best wedding accommodations you two will probably ever live to see, and that lack of a shower saved your ass.
I know. Come on, let's go home.
That's very true, unfortunately. And 3 of them lead you down a series of labyrinthine hallways, just row after row of huge windows staring into space, and mysterious unlabeled doors that could lead to anywhere. You have no idea how they navigate anywhere in this place. It's like a haunted college English department that had a baby with a robotic corn maze.
You're probably going to want to stick by us as long as you're here.
So you don't get lost forever?
Lost? What are you talking about? This is one of the easiest ships to navigate. No, it's because you're a callable offense.
But you thought Gallic took you off the call list.
Just because the Empire isn't actively looking for you doesn't mean they won't feed you to the beast the second someone notices a strange, pasty white alien on an authorized Legiscorpus ship.
Fair enough. You gulp and pull up your hood, pulling the strings tight. You normally fall back on your innate friendship magnetism if you even got into a situation like that. But you remember that was all a lie. You're not under any scratch manipulation spell anymore, and you're all out of powers. The 4 of you stop at a pair of identical doors, one with Tagora's symbol on the door and the other with Tizia's and Stelz's side by side.
Well, it was an honor. I hope you two like drowning in busywork for the rest of your lives.
Tagora slips into his apartment with a dramatic flourish and slams the door behind him. Tizia sighs and unlocks her own apartment door. Ooh, very nice. He steps inside. Wow, it is surprisingly huge.
Isn't it lovely? Zizi and I were so lucky to have gotten one of the quadrant suites.
The place really does look like a home. You step inside to take a better look around, and Tisius tosses her stuff onto the couch. Lounge plank? One day you'll have a dictionary of all the troll words you should have memorized by now. Stelsa starts to take off her shoes, jumping up when she catches a glimpse of the calendar.
Zizi? Is it really the 24th of 8th perigee?
Yep. Why'd you ask?
I can't believe I forgot. I'll be right back.
Stelsa bolts into the back room and comes out with a small candle in the glass container and a black leather-bound book with her, a symbol on the cover. You ask what she's doing with all that.
Oh, this is a yahrzeit candle. You burn it for a full day cycle on the anniversary of a loved one's death, to honor and to remember them. My Lusus passed 3 sweeps ago today.
Oh, don't you dare tell me it's Lusus. Lusus? Are you fucking kidding me? Not Lusus? I guess it makes sense. The way that... Why do I say things? This is like the 5th time I've said something wrong consistently, and no one's been telling me otherwise, because I never talked to people about this. Fucking Lusus? It makes sense. It looks like it makes sense. I guess Lusus. We're missing an H in between the S and U. Lusus. I guess it's Lusus. Lusus, if you wanna be sussy about it. Oh no. I really shouldn't be talking about Among Us when she's talking about her Lusus just dying. It is her anniversary of her Lusus dying. I'm so sorry. Oh no. Oh no, you're so sorry to hear that. Stelsa opens the book and points at an illustrated page.
I was supposed to light the candle at sunup, but with the wedding and trial and everything, it just slipped my mind. I'm sure that's fine though. It's not like night and day mean much in space anyway.
Stelsa lights the candle and stares into the flame.
I miss you every day.
You take a peek at the open journal page and wow, this is gorgeous. This is one of those fancy aesthetic bullet journals, isn't it?
It certainly is. I didn't make it though. It belonged to my ancestor. Tyrona gave it to me shortly before I ascended. She found it in the contraband locker of all places. Isn't that crazy?
That little one? The contraband locker at the law school? It's a little weird. You asked if you can take a peek.
Oh, of course. Let me show you some of my...
I hate to interrupt your catch-up session, but it looks like our favorite show is on.
Oh shit, don't mind me. Favorite show? You try to ask. Tisius puts a finger in her lips. Very faintly through the walls here what sounds like Tagora screaming to himself. Tisius runs over to the wall to press an ear against it, while Stelsa shakes her head in disapproval.
CZ, that's awful.
What the fuck?
What can I say? He's fucking hilarious when he gets mad.
You get close to the wall, not pressing yourself against like Tisius, but close to make out words.
How dare you? I'm your husband. How could you do this to me? Right before our honeymoon, no less.
Tisius has a shit-eating grin on her face, barely stifling laughter. Stelsa is still across the room, but you can tell she's curious.
Come on, you know you want to hear this juicy shit. It sounds like Gallic is cutting him off financially or something.
No, not the coffee. Anything but the coffee.
You know what? Tisius is right. This is fucking hilarious.
Oh, fine.
Stelsa presses her ear against the wall next to Tisius. The two of them share chuckles as Tagora continues to rant. After a while, Stelsa's face falls. She pulls away from the wall and heads towards the door.
Where are you going?
I'm just gonna check on him really quick.
You know he's gonna be fine. He gets in a phone fight like twice a week.
I just want to make sure.
Stelsa bolts out the door while Tisius walks away from the wall and plops down on the couch.
I'm gonna miss that little shit when he's gone. Not as much as Stelsa will, though. That pale crush she's got is intense.
Oh, she wants to be more rails with him? That explains the paperwork thing.
Yep. It's honestly kinda cute.
Tisius sighs and scrolls through her palms.
Sorry about shutting down your plan back there. I know Stelsa is interested in leaving. She might even be interested enough to leave me behind. And as much as I'd love to live in your utopic locked timeline with her, you know why I can't do that.
Right.
But I can't let you take her from me either.
Right.
So the best thing I can do is try to make her forget about it.
Understandable. You say nothing. You know you can't separate them, but it's not right for Tisius to force Stelsa to stay miserable in Legiscorpus like that. Tisius' palm like buzzes as she shoots up.
Oh shit! I gotta go.
She pauses for a moment and looks to you over.
Hey, wanna come see what's so important that I can't go with you?
Stasis walks towards the door and gestures you to follow. Oh, hell yes! Revolutionary activity time. We bolt off the couch and follow out the door.